Every Monday morning, someone on your team opens the Jira board and says, "We're on track." And every other Friday, that same team misses the sprint commitment. The board is lying to you. And it's lying because the board only shows you what people remember to update. I see this constantly. The ticket sits in progress for 5 days. Stand-up happens. The person says, "Still working on it." Nobody asks the follow-up question. Is it actually progressing, or is it stuck and you just haven't moved it to block? Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most Jira boards are a lagging indicator at best and a fiction at worst. They show you status, not signal. And there's a massive difference. Status is, this ticket is in progress. Signal is, this ticket hasn't had a status change or a comment in 48 hours during an active sprint. And the assignee hasn't logged any work. One tells you what someone says is happening, and the other tells you what's actually happening. At one of my previous engagements, I inherited exactly this problem. Teams were reporting green and stand up while their sprint was quietly dying underneath them. Tickets would go dark for 3, 4, maybe 5 days, and nobody noticed until the end of the sprint. And suddenly, we had 8 points of carryover, and everyone was surprised. Except, it wasn't him. The signal was there the whole time. We just weren't looking at it. So I built something simple, Jira automation rule, that if a ticket is in an active sprint, hasn't had a status transition or a comment in 48 hours, 3 things happen. 1, the ticket gets flagged with a label marking it as at risk. 2, a notification goes to the team's Slack channel. And 3, the assignee gets a direct message. That's it. No AI, no custom app, no developer time. Jira automation rule with some smart JQL that took me about 2 hours to build. But here's what's changed. Problems got surfaced 2 to 3 days earlier. Instead of finding out at Friday's sprint review that a story was blocked since Tuesday. The team knew by Wednesday morning. Sprint completion rates went up, and not because the team got faster, but because they got visibility. And this is the point I want you to take away. The value wasn't in the automation itself. The value was in the shifting from status to signal. From what does the board say to what is the work actually doing? Most Scrum Masters and Agile delivery professionals I meet are what I call board narrators. They read the board in stand-up, they update the board after planning, and they reference the board in the retro, but they never question whether the board is telling the truth. The board is only as honest as the people updating it, and people are busy. They forget. They update in batches at the end of the day or week. They mark things as done before they're actually done because they're basically done. If you want to add real value that doesn't get automated away, you need to build systems that generate signal independent from human memory. Automation rules that flag stale work, dashboards that show cycle time and age, not just status, alerts that surface risk before someone has to remember to mention it in stand-up or an S2 meeting. That's not facilitation. That's engineering visibility. And it's one of the most valuable things you can do as an Agile professional in 2026. Here's your homework. Go look at your current sprint right now and find every ticket that's been in the same status for more than 2 days. I guarantee you'll find at least 2 to 3 that are actually stuck and nobody's flagged. That's the gap between your board and reality. Now, imagine if that gap closed automatically every day without you having to check. That's what we're building this week on Career Optional. If you want to start building these kinds of systems, grab the free Agile AI prompt playbook at agiletactics.ai/blueprint. 5 prompts designed to help you think at the systems level with your real data, not generic examples. I'm Danny Liu. This is Career Optional. See you next time.